'Tis the season to be jolly. But why is everyone so jolly? Because of Christmas. That's why everyone's so jolly. Christmas is my most favorite time of year, with all the decorations on the inside and outside of buildings, with all the movies and music that play on TV and radio, and even getting gifts on Christmas Day. But Christmas is not just about these tangible things. The true meaning of Christmas is much more meaningful and spiritual, and I'm going to break down the common festivities that are celebrated and even uncover the true meaning behind Christmas. Now, let's dive into some of the most common festivities that come along with the holiday season. So one of the many common festivities that people think about when you mention Christmas is decorating. So reports show that in 2019, 93% of all Americans celebrated Christmas. I found this on newsgallup.com, and with a good chunk of these people decorating in some shape or form with that. So the most used form of decorating for Christmas comes with people hanging lights on mostly the outside of their homes, but many people can also hang up Christmas lights inside of their house. So another staple in the Christmas decorating process is putting up a Christmas tree. So I read and found that the tradition of putting up a Christmas tree comes from the pagans who used branches of it to decorate their homes during the winter solstice, as it made them think of the spring to come. And Christians use it as a sign of everlasting life with God. I found this on whychristmas.com. Many people also decorate their homes by hanging up stockings above their chimney and putting up tiny little Christmas villages in and around their homes. And even some people put up a nativity scene, and I'll later get onto that. So another form of celebrating and common festivities that come along with Christmas are Christmas clothes. So during the holidays, you can see many people wear different kind of Christmas clothes, such as sweaters, fancy or proper church clothes for when they go to Christmas Mass service, and some people even wear pajamas. So many people can be seen wearing festive sweaters during the holidays, walking around or maybe at different Christmas parties, and many people wear proper or fancy clothes when they go to church services. And most people, like I know I do, is after church you put on pajamas during Christmas Eve night. You can even sometimes spot people dressed up as Santa in malls or even stores for kids to come visit. Finally, another big holiday tradition that is passed down through many generations is baking. So baking is a pretty major deal with a lot of families, and the reason behind this is that there are many recipes that families pass on the younger generation so they can kind of keep that tradition going. So many popular baking goods that are created are Christmas cookies, which could be sugar cookies, chocolate chip cookies. I know we make little Hershey Kiss peanut butter cookies that I love. Those are my favorite. There's some gingerbread cookies and gingerbread houses people will build, and you can even make fruitcakes, which a lot of people do not like. So there are many traditions and festivities that people celebrate during the holidays, but another form of celebration could come from media. So Christmas media has got to be one of my most favorite parts of this holiday. One example of form of seasonal media is music. I love Christmas music. I even sometimes listen to Christmas music in July. That's how much I love it. There's some of this secret happiness and joy to it, just by how all the tunes are. Not that it's really sad. And there's also just the joy of some of the Christmas songs, like the birth of baby Jesus, through certain songs such as "O in a Manger," "Silent Night," and "O Come All Ye Faithful." So movies are also a major part of the Christmas season. Christmas movies like Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase is a really good one. I love that one. That's my favorite. The Santa Claus, which has Tim Allen in it, is another good one. And Elf, which stars Will Ferrell. You also cannot deny the classic Christmas movies, which I'm sure all of you guys know, and all these movies are part of your childhood. These are Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty the Snowman. All these things are a fun representation of the joy and wonder people share during the holidays. Sadly, these things can also distract from the true meaning behind the holiday of Christmas. So this Christmas season, especially in the West, is a mix of pre-Christian, Christian, and secular traditions. What's interesting is the etymology of the word Christmas. It literally means Christian Mass. It's a shortened form of Christ's Mass, so Christmas, and I found that on Christianity.com. So Christmas is a time of spiritual reflection and the important foundations of the Christian faith. It's when Christians celebrate God's love for the world through the birth of the Christ child, Jesus. The Bible tells of his birth hundreds of years before, fulfilling prophecies. A man named Joseph and a woman named Mary were going to have a very special baby. An angel told Mary the baby was God's own son. His name was Jesus. Joseph and Mary had to go to Bethlehem, a city far away, but when they got there, there was no room for them at the local inn. Nearby, there were some shepherds taking care of their sheep, and suddenly the sky filled with angels. They told the shepherds that Jesus had been born that night. The shepherds hurried away to find him. Even some wise men from far away heard of Jesus. God put a special star in the sky to lead them to where Jesus was. They traveled for a long time, and finally they found baby Jesus. The wise men gave gifts to baby Jesus, which was frankincense, gold, and myrrh. And then they knew that he was God's own son because God had told them. And I found this on shortstories.com. And this story shows what I believe is the true theme and meaning of Christmas. Many people are blinded by the gifts they receive during Christmas, and I can be very guilty of this. I love getting gifts, but you got to realize what the true meaning is. So, we all have to realize that Christmas is not about receiving, but it is about giving to others. So on theodysseyonline.com, it states that gift giving is a symbol of love. To give is the true meaning behind this wonderful holiday. So let's wrap up all this information. So Christmas is a time of getting together and rejoicing. Christmas time is a special time of year where you and the many people you hold close to you enjoy the festivities of the holidays. Many festivities that are enjoyed by all are decorating the buildings and interiors and baking many goods with friends and family. The last major form of celebrating the season is watching or listening to Christmas music, but do not let all these fun activities distract you from the true meaning behind this special holiday.